The Yeti Radio, powered by DavidLeeImaging.com. David Lee Imaging in the Titletown Music Archive and the Live 365 app. Welcome to the YetiRadio.com.
Welcome everybody to YetiRadio.com, live on Twitch, YouTube, Live 365, and all other streaming platforms. Tonight we've got Immortalized Productions and Lost Dutchmen in the studio hanging out, and we're going to find out how 2023 was and see what's in store for 2024. So stay tuned. Here's Lost Dutchmen with Hillbilly Invocation right here on the Yeti Radio. Hillbilly Invocation from Lost Dutchmen right here on the Yeti Radio. We've got Immortalized Productions and a couple of members of Lost Dutchmen in the studio tonight. So we've got Mr. Adam and Mr. Ben, who are wearing hats in both. And then we have Mr. Don, who is immortalized, the voice of Immortalized now after that last show. All that MCing you were doing.
It's a new thing that we're doing, and we just decided to start doing it because, sit out at the door and a lot of folks come up and ask us what's going on, who's up next, who's playing tonight, who are we, what are we doing, kind of thing. So we started doing the MC thing. We just kind of put our heads together and decided it'd be a good idea to just literally to let the folks know what's going on.
Yeah, help engage the fans with the show of what the next band is and who to prepare for.
Yeah.
So how long has Immortalized been doing what Immortalized does?
Since 2009, I started it up then.
Okay.
I was in my first band, Malefactor, and the first show was August. I don't remember the date, but August 2009, over at Copper State Tavern. And actually, I Don't Conform was actually on that show.
Oh, wow.
And so, we go back then. It was, Malefactor, I Don't Conform, Vile Existence, and a young band called Brain Cage. They were fucking sick. But ever since then, it just kept growing and growing. And this year, it has really taken off, actually, since 2001. Since I came back from the pandemic and everything,
right,
and just hit the ball running, and it's just grown into this this kick-ass monster.
Yes, absolutely. I'm right behind you in what I do with the same thing. Everything's just been blowing up, and I'm just trying to keep up.
Right,
because it's only me, so I get I get the situation. It's pretty awesome to sit back and watch it grow the way it grows.
I do have one theory on that, and being that going into COVID, we had our venues, we had our bands, everybody was out, we were out playing out, we had this routine thing that we did on the weekends. We went and saw live music. Well, then COVID happened, and there was no more of that, and people were like really starved for that live local music, and all the local bands at the same time were kind of shackled to their homes and their practice spaces. So coming out of COVID, we had so many great bands hit the ground running with amazing new material that they had literally 2 years to sit and practice and perfect. There were great bands, with Dutchmen. Torso was working, Addicted was working. We have young bands, amazing young bands, kids still in high school that come and play for us.
Vipera,
Nightmare,
Lethal Mutilation, Dog Yard,
Rubber Dinghy.
We just had them on Friday.
And these are high school bands that literally should be playing their buddies' birthday parties or maybe the high school auditorium.
Right.
But they're not only playing the stages that that we can book them on at adult venues, but they're killing it.
Right. Absolutely.
So I just want to get a shout out to the young bands and all that. And I think that's my theory on why music is so badass right now, because it hit the ground running coming out of COVID, and we just happen to be in the right place, right time.
Yeah, now all we got to do is get all the people that used to come out to come back out.
Yes.
Right.
And it's
support
slowly happening.
like we used to, man, and fucking just keep this greatness going.
Absolutely.
Whether it's metal, punk rock, shoegaze, who knows, like. New Year's Eve show. We worked with we booked 20-foot Neon Jesus, and holy shit, man.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
It was very entertaining. It was awesome, man. He was a great asset.
Awesome.
He blessed that ass.
He blessed that ass and fucked Satan in the ass for sure.
I did not know that all those bitches was up in them sleigh like that. I had no idea. Now that I know, I want to slay.
Right.
And the sticker we got was "Bitch Hallelujah."
Right.
Nice.
What was our favorite from the? Was it God is good and He is crunk.
Nice.
I love it. It was great. It was a good time. It was.
Sounds like it.
All right, great way to close out the year.
So, what made you start Immortalized?
Well, I just, just to get out there to help with the music and the bands, and kind of tired of, bands getting left out. Just, be able to give everybody a chance as much as we can.
Right. But being in a band itself
being in a band.
is tasking.
Yeah.
So to be in a band and then start a promotions company, production company, it's a tall order.
It is, and I enjoy it, man. I enjoy giving to the masses. They gave it to me, and I gave it back. And
Absolutely.
I'm still doing it, and it feels great, man. I feel the love. If it wasn't for them to come to the shows, and the bands, to play the shows, and have Ben and Don and Keely there to help me out, man, and it's badass. It's just badass. I appreciate everybody.
So what are your most memorable spots from 2023 since we just ended?
2023, just too many.
Dog yard,
man. Dog yard's been
Dog yard. Love them. Sorry.
Dog yard, Torso, Secrets of Lost Empires.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right. Yeah, and I really want to give it, because if there's anybody in this music community that has impressed me the most, the MVP, I would have to say, is Jeremy Niffen. Dude, this kid wasn't a bass player. He didn't play bass. Eamon came to him and said, "Hey man, I got this." But now he is one of the baddest ass bass players I've seen out there. The kid just slays.
He's in Torso,
Secrets of Lost Empire. So I would have to say 2023 MVP Jeremy Niffen.
Okay, awesome.
So, sorry.
It just started off with interning really with my buddy Kevin of he used to be in the Living Dead Entertainment. And I started watching him and learning from him, and my buddy Dave Pirate from Pirate Productions when he was running Copper State Tavern, and that's where I did my first show. And man, I was just killer, man. Those guys are killer. Had to put their names out there too.
Oh, absolutely. Hats off to you because after what I do and the thought of doing what you've done, people have tried to get me to, and I'm like, oh hell no. One, I don't take rejection really well. This is frustrating because it's like, I'm asking a question and I can't get a straight answer. Yeah. What's it going to take? Tell me. Yeah. I'm wearing my big boy pants.
Right.
If it's out of my range, it's out of my range, and I'll tuck tail and walk away and be done with it. But tell me something, be straight with me, But I can't get that, so. Whatever. There's
another band I want to put out there, and that they've been kicking ass too. Is Danimals and the Bearded Man.
Featuring
KW Blues.
KW Blues.
Can I do it? Go ahead. All right, tonight in our next band is one of the most amazing blues bands that we've had on our stage here. Thank you for coming out, and I want to introduce to you Danimals and the Bearded Man featuring KW Blues.
Wait, he plays that harmonica, dude.
Oh my God.
The guy's amazing. KW, man.
Well, they were supposed to be here, and he got sick, and they couldn't make it, and we haven't had a chance to reschedule. So hopefully, since I finally got to meet him, we'll get it rescheduled and get him in here. But
they are amazing, and just I can't say enough about them. I love blues. I love hard rock blues. It's kind of in my DNA. Growing up as through the 60s, 70s, and all that stuff with my mom's music. Coming up as we used to be rockers before metalheads back in the day.
Well, yes.
Right. So coming up through all that, but throughout all the metal, through all the great music that has come throughout that time, there's one thing that's been consistent: is that all of it has a background and a backbone in rhythm and blues. And I just with Danimals, they touch all. I guess you say they check every box. You'd have to say.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go Ben.
I was just gonna say, we got our own harp player, and their harp player makes our harp player really jealous.
And Billy's no slouch.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, Billy's no slouch, man. The man can wail on a harp.
Yeah.
KW's.
I mean, to Billy's credit, like anything that you put him on, it instantly turns into some kind of like New Orleans jam. Which, I mean, hey, that's a selling point because I kind of need that. Boy, yeah, like the Animals harp player, geez, like that dude he shreds. And like the amount of energy that the guy like has, I mean, he looks spent when he gets off a stage, but like, man, he gives it his all while he's up there, and it's tasty stuff.
Absolutely. And originally being from Southern Mississippi, that's where I draw most of mine. Is all the New Orleans, because it's right there on the coast. And all the bleed over is just amazing. And then to come out here and hear some of the stuff that is out here, and what you guys have done with Lost Dutchmen. Like I said, when you're sitting here, it's heavier blues, but it's good. It's blues. It doesn't matter because it's. I don't know that there's a restriction on how heavy or not heavy or hard that it can or can't be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recall ever being a rule book on like how heavy blues is allowed to be, or where that really dividing line is between heavy metal and rock and roll, let alone between blues, heavy blues, or whatever.
Right.
Whoever's gatekeeping that, like, I'd like to meet that person.
Honestly, whoever started up the.
Well, but I mean, like, with that though.
Are they metal?
It's immaterial. Lemmy's God.
Right. we know that is the truth. What I'm saying is that it like you said, it's hard to define that is it this, is it that. And a lot of people ask me all the time, what is Lost Dutchman? What would you say? How would you say it's this? And every time I got to come up with a different answer because it strikes me differently.
Right.
It depends on which song am I thinking about at the time. How do I explain it? But it's always in there. It's Southern, rock, and blues, and sometimes metal, because sometimes you strike me as very metal as well. But it's always that Southern, the rock, and the blues is in there.
Absolutely. And when they started subgenreing everything, I was just like, okay, you're just making it more complicated. You're trying to isolate yourself and be a one-off initially. And I'm like, it's not what it's all about. It's crazy. But with Lost Dutchman, the one time I got to see you guys, I was just in awe, just sitting there. Okay, I found a happy spot. Anybody else?
All I ever wanted to do with crowds is just have everybody have that same look on their face. A bunch of girls boogieing and a bunch of like beardy dudes just, give me the claw and approval.
Well, sorry I can't help you with the bearded part.
The stash is enough.
Yeah, it's facial hair.
That's just bred into the 54 years of my life. It's just, it won't happen.
And you are the Yeti. You look a little weird with no beard.
Yeah, that's why I got that thing.
That's why I get the mask.
And I'm fine with it, but I get way more attention in costume than I do out of costume, so that's okay. I'm good with it because I don't need it. But the actual Yeti can have all of it he wants. But now you guys, how long? Okay, you did start Immortalized in 2009. How long have you actually been in music, playing music?
I would say 2008 is when we started the band. Well, I guess 2000. It was in high school. I graduated in 2008.
Okay. So sometime between 2004 and 2008.
Well, I got my first guitar when I was like six years old from my dad. Christmas, kind of like a Christmas Story kind of situation, except I didn't shoot my eye out or get struck by a string.
Right.
But and then after that, I put it down and got back to it again, and then high school started looking for a band, and Malefactor started, and it's what was that? Yeah, 2008 we started, and sometime there.
Okay.
And then what was it? 2010 we ended. And then 2011, I started booking even more. I started booking Dirt Over Lime. And that's when I picked up the bass, because they didn't have a bass player every time I booked them, and they invited me, and that's when that started,
Okay.
And I started hitting the bass and learned a lot from it,
See, that's a theme.
It is.
Right.
It really is. Sometimes you just pick it up out of nowhere, and you just start learning.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, you just pick it up, you learn. Whether it's playing an instrument or, working shows, working at a restaurant, being a wine connoisseur,
Try something new.
anything.
Yeah,
Anything
definitely.
you put your mind and soul to it, the time, work at it, and Dirt Over Lime, lasted a while, and then I was in a band called Inked Corpse. The guitar player from Danimals, we were in that band for a minute. And then that ended, and Dirt Over Lime came back. She Murdered Me was a big part.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard She Murdered Me. I don't think we had any stuff on Spotify at the time, but
Well, I'm the baby to the scene. Even though being an old man, it's and the more I get into this scene, the more I wish I was from here and was able to be in it, because where I grew up, nothing. We had the radio, we had the record store. Other than that, it was, there was nobody, no concerts, no nothing, and you had to travel a long way to get anywhere. So I think I was robbed. That's why I'm more of a super music fan than I am a musician, because I just didn't. I had a couple of opportunities, little, but they went away, and luckily my kids picked it up. So, yeah, you guys just. When did Lost Dutchmen start?
Well, so I want to say the moment that I got let out of the house in 2020. So it was probably July of 2020.
Okay.
Is when Lost Dutchmen started, and it was me and Opie. I don't know, Opie from Sounds Like Murder, 73 Libra, Is He Edible. He's been in the scene for a while. Longtime collaborator of mine. We were in a band together before COVID called Stripper Witch.
I love that name.
It's the name keeps on giving. And what ended up happening is that Opie and I, we didn't want to stop playing music together, but like the third person that was in Stripper Witch with us decided he was going to join the army. Now his credit, he kind of needed it. I'm not one to ever recommend Jesus for people. I'm not a religious man. But like either he needed Jesus or the army, and I'm glad that he got the army, because like he needed some taming, he needed some spirit taken out of him.
Needed some guidance.
Yeah, I was not that feller. So I spent a good couple of months just trying to make things work music wise. Like I had some stuff that was floating in my head, and like the rest of America, I couldn't go anywhere. And then I realized nobody really was watching me, or what I was doing, or where I was going, or where I was coming from. So I just was like, well, shit, let's just go down to the rehearsal space and write some new music. We're still paying for the place. Well, yeah, we are. Well, let's go. So Opie and I ended up doing probably about a good 3-hour jam. And like the songs that came out of that, basically what turned into the EP. And several lineup changes happened over the past 3 years. I'm the only original one left. But I gotta say the folks that are with Dutchmen now, like with Adam and our current drummer Zach, we kind of picked them up at the 11th hour. We couldn't keep a drummer for a while. We couldn't keep a bass player for a little bit. I was about ready to switch over and play bass, and here's my buddy who's been booking me for shows very tirelessly, listening to me having to complain about being down a bass player or being down a drummer, who happened to have been a fan of the band before.
Brought me out of hiatus retirement
thing. It's like I said, kind of a recurring thing. Him signing on to a band that needed somebody. And it just so happens he's like, all right.
I wanted it to be a doom band for my
You're like a 4-string
for your return.
Yeah, going around saving motherfuckers, right?
It worked,
Can we say that? Can't say that.
3-string.
3?
4.
Four.
Can we do a 3-string?
What?
Make it work.
Right?
I need to go a high. I don't use a high string anyway.
Be like John Campbell from Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Dude, only I swear he deliberately took the high string off of his bass. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but at any rate,
You
though,
don't need it. You don't.
It's only good for pre-playing anyways.
yeah,
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I mean, it's really hard to hammer on that little tiny string and not feel bad about it.
Right.
I'm sorry, little guy.
aw,
So, Ben, how long have you been playing?
well, the 30 years. 30 years. I started when I was 15. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a bass player. Like, badly. Like, that dude looked like he had the coolest instrument on the stage. And then my first music teacher says, you should learn how to play the guitar first. And, boy, I ran with that. I really didn't start taking bass
Hey, this is
seriously
cool.
until recently. But, yeah, been playing music for about 30 years now. Not really like in bands or serious bands too much. At least maybe past 10 years or so.
Okay. So, where'd you pick up Lost Dutchmen from, the name?
So, Opie and I were trying to... We were trying to come up with a name for the project, and to me it sounded like the soundtrack for like some kind of like B snuff movie, like Last House on the Left. So I'm like, why don't we just call it like the Desert Snuff Film or Desert Snuff Film, DSF for short. And he's like, yeah, I like that. So he goes home and he tells his wife, all pumped, like, hey, just me and Ben started this new band. And, what's it called? Desert Snuff Film. She goes, Opie.
I can hear my wife's eyes rolling.
And she calls him by his given name. His given name is not Opie. That's just what Pelvic Meatloaf started calling him. And it stuck. But when she calls him that, it's like something serious. She's like, do you know what a snuff film is? And he's like, no, what? Just all happy and, she's like, it's a movie where they like people get killed and tortured. You're not naming a damn band that. And he's like, yeah, you're right. So he texts me, hey, Corinne says no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, okay. I'm pretty equal opportunity. So
Right.
I'm like just thinking of names that were like very Arizona centric. I'm not from here, but I definitely love the place. And I'm real enamored with the mythology of the state, and I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of that, like van ride, smoking doobies, square toe boots, 70s, like ethos, but like my own like Louisiana spin on it. So racking my brains for like a name, and I happen to be watching this YouTube channel called Bedtime Stories, and it's like this very well done kind of black and white illustration kind of a true crime channel, and they were doing a special on the Superstition Mountains, and these guys pulled me on hook, line, and sinker. I had no idea. I've been living here for like 10 damn years at that point, and I'm like, okay. I didn't know about that. I'm never setting foot out there after dark. I'll tell you that. I mean, they're talking about like headless hikers and like people dead in sleeping bags, like a stinking old Jason movie.
It's still going on.
Giants and Thunderbirds and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, whoa, shit. Let's call the band Lost Dutchmen. So I texted them Lost Dutchmen. Kind of long-winded there. Sorry about that. But yeah, we've been Lost Dutchmen ever since. And then much to my chagrin, a little later on, I found out it's sort of like how Peaches is in Georgia. That's how we are with Lost Dutchmen here in Arizona. So for the rest of the world, thank you very damn much, because there's a Lost Dutchman mining company, there's a Lost Dutchman weed company, coffee company, music store, MC, no affiliation.
So you have to
Gets
put Lost
a
Dutchman.
little weird here wearing this on the back of the hat sometimes. But
Yeah.
Always look up Lost Dutchman band when you're looking.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something too. We do get people who will walk up to us at shows, outdoors and usually during the day, looking to see if we're affiliated. No, we are not.
Wouldn't be a bad thing.
No. I mean, we got no problems with anybody. We want to be everybody's friend. You know, I mean, that makes you welcome everywhere, and we don't want to be like the stinky kid class or nothing.
Well, of course.
We're infamous is just as good as famous.
No, I'm not El Guapo.
We're Legion of the Seven Churches. Bro.
Legions. So we're at in Louisiana.
Well, I'm from Avoyelles Parish originally. It's
okay.
So it was recently pointed out that like when you're trying to relate to your middle fucking nowhere to somebody who you've never been to where you're from originally, you tend to go to the nearest place to you. So for me, that'd be Baton Rouge, Louisiana, would be the nearest big city. But I'm literally, it was made in like the parking lot of like a Charlie Daniels concert for Oak, Louisiana.
All right.
So yeah.
Sorry, that's rock and roll, brother. That's rock and roll.
Well, it's country, really. I mean, Charlie Daniels. But,
yeah.
No, I don't speak that language. I do speak R&R.
Do you know Joshua from Joshua Strickland?
But from Bayou Bandits?
Yes.
I don't know him personally, but like I do follow the fella. I mean, hey, look, a fellow Cajun out there in the world here in the hot state. Yeah, I'm sure he knows of me, but it's part of me, not my personality, if that makes sense.
Okay. No, it's just Walker is, you would say Baton Rouge because nobody knows where Walker is, but everybody knows where Baton Rouge is.
Exactly. Or like saying, well, I'm from Zachary. Well, where's Zachary? Well, it's close to Baton Rouge.
Yeah. I'm from Baton Rouge. So Dutchman got anything going on for 2024?
So far, we're booked the 12th at Gypsy's Roadhouse with Until the Sun and Whiskey Dogs.
Okay.
So yeah, and I saw that Michael Nitro was in the band, and that's killer. I saw him open up for Deep Purple back in like '98, like at the Celebrity Theater. My dad took me to that one. My dad took me to that, and that was killer. He was passing out the the cassette tapes,
Right?
Hey, that's how we did it.
Yeah.
Real. That was our press kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Handing CDs out back in the day.
If you had enough material, everything was handwritten. And bro, listen to this band. It's real cool. It's your band, but you're like, hey, bro, listen to this band. You'll love them. You're not telling them it's
hey, this is my band. I don't want to listen to it.
I popped them in my thingy at home, and I listened to them, and fucking A. It was fun. I don't have that anymore, of course, but
yeah, that's how I got acquainted with Crazy Town. Is like one of the like not cool people in Crazy Town. By the way, I think it's the entire band that's not cool people. But like it was like the guy with the little devil horns. He's like, "Hey, dude, check out my band," and he hands me this like cassette single, and my hand felt dirty.
It just immediately you just know.
Like I knew that the dude in the band is handing it to me. Now, like nothing against dudes in bands. I'm a dude in a band. He's a dude in a band. But like the slimy ones like that, you're like, I don't. Is this gonna give my stereo a virus?
Right? Is it like seriously? Am I gonna have to like purge my ears with Slayer?
It's a must.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
You need your break glass in case emergency Slayer for that.
Right.
You guys working on any new music?
Of course, yes, we are. So we got 3 new songs that are like done, like all the way. But it's finding the time and like the finances to be able to like get stuff properly recorded. We've been talking over maybe like doing a live album. Just hiring like a good sound crew because we love how we sound live.
Yeah.
That's like where we shine.
Right.
I mean, and like, I'm not saying that like we're on the level as like Sun the band, but it's like they're sort of in the same vein where like you have to go to the show in order to truly experience like how the music feels. Because like there's a certain low end and like really low mid presence, like mid range as far as frequencies goes that comes with our show, and it's like a good feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, we tune to like human like human body frequencies. So like it's supposed to pull you in, you know, by nature.
We tune to bead.
Yeah.
And I seriously think that there might be something inbuilt in us as humans that responds to that certain frequency, because I tell you what, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, when I hear that shit kick off, I'm instantly in groove mode. Like, it's not something I choose to do. It's like when you hear the Peanut song, do 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 do, and you gotta dance.
Right.
It's like when you hear Dutchmen, you gotta groove.
Right.
You just
Absolutely.
gotta fucking groove, man. So.
But
it's mandatory.
We're going to be hoping to get like another EP or at least some skillfully like recorded and released singles going for this coming year.
Okay.
Lord knows I've got people that are always asking like, hey, when's the next one going to drop? Or hey, when you going to give us like a little taste of something else? And you know, I would just say stay tuned to our Instagram because we're real big on like if we've got something juicy or something that's got a little spice to it, we want to share it with everybody. And the same thing goes with the Facebook. So, but we're hoping to at least by like maybe April have at least something we can share with everybody.
At least a single or two, you know, or three, something.
I mean, whether it's like a like an actual live song that we're gonna drop on like Bandcamp or Spotify, don't know yet. Like it depends on what we're feeling.
Yeah. Like we have the new song, one of our new songs is, it's now called Pincushion.
Mm-hmm.
We've been playing that one, and that was, what was that now? Lola?
Yeah.
Was it, or is it Lola?
It's Pincushion now.
Yeah, we had another song that had like a working title that like was gonna stick there for a minute, and then lyrically it didn't fit the name at all. I mean, you might as well have named it like Dukes of Hazzard or
That'd be cool.
or London Broil. I mean, it would have had more to do with the song than its original name. You know.
Maybe next time we'll rename it. Well, I was really hoping for try sneezing with a broken nose.
Yeah,
I love that one.
I like
a good one.
I like that name, but like I could tell like the rest of the fellas ain't really jiving on that one. Like it's a mouthful.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll shorten it to broken nose. But it's Mars Attacks or something like that.
I think that would be like one of the lyrics where it's like you say try sneezing and then in print with a but I love the title. I really think you should stick with it.
Yeah,
Dutchman fans will get it.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Yeah, there's a certain sense of humor that's like built into the band too. Like we're constantly like milling over inside jokes, and like fans are starting to pick up on the fact that there's inside jokes. Like because there are stalwarts that show up to like just about all of our shows, and like they know, you know, like hey, Billy said something stupid on this night, and you know, he brought it back like the second night, like, hey, thanks, we're from Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, we traveled really far to get here tonight.
Came all the way here from Phoenix.
Somebody will yell it out, and he'll be like, oh, shucks, that was my best line.
I really wish Billy could have been here, man, for real. And I'm not to take anything away from you, but I just got to say that I really do feel like he is the other part of the soul of Dutchmen.
Oh yeah. I mean,
him and Zach.
Like he is. I mean, not just the guy that sings the songs or plays the harmonica, but it would be like it would not literally be the same thing without him.
And as macabre as it sounds, like Billy and I have discussed like what life would be like without either of us in the band. And it's not a prospect that like either of us really like. I mean, like I'm the music, he's the voice, and I mean that's just kind of how it is. But first of all, there's like nothing wrong with the dynamic, but like it would be a weird day in Hades, like either of us not being there.
Yeah, that would be like a snow cone with no flavor.
And shout out to Billy, he's recovering now from laying down his bike yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
And that was our drummer earlier on in the year, last year.
Yeah.
He laid his bike down on I-17 and didn't get the wound cleaned up good enough, and ended up getting MRSA.
Oh damn!
So during prime time where we could have been out on the road, which kind of was our plan for the summer, like we had a drummer rehabbing from, you know, like having a wound vac.
Right.
Literally like sucking gross stuff out of his leg all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there for a minute.
Yeah. Mrs. Yeti's a nurse, so I'm
not, you don't mess with that. That's no joke.
No. Not at all. And wound vacs aren't fun either, period. No matter what the occasion is.
As a fan, I am so happy that Zach is back and playing very well. Very well.
And to Zach's credit, like dude made such a good impression on me. I was show as must go on kind of a guy traditionally. I learned from that guy, like, you wait for like the right people, and he's my drummer for better or worse. I don't think I could do this without him either, or Adam for that matter. And nothing against the people I started the band with as like the first lineup, but like if they were the right people, they'd be here on the couch with me today.
Right.
And I mean, Vinny was like the guy who recorded the bass that was like on the track we listened to kind of leading into this. Dude is like one of the most insane bass players I've ever had the pleasure of being in a band with, but he's a death metal guy. Adam's more of a Rex Brown where I need him to be, where he's holding down my rhythm, where I can step out and I can actually play leads now, which I was not able to do when we first started the band.
Right.
Like, hell, sometimes we even play harmonies with each other.
Yeah.
And again, as a fan, I think that is... I gotta say, because I've been watching you guys for, like, since I saw you at Gypsies, and I said I want them for my birthday, and they did, and they played my birthday show. And that was my first time I ever got to talk to them and introduce myself, and kind of started off on a good foot because they kicked ass. I was like, holy shit, these guys are amazing. Yeah. But I've seen a few different iterations of the Dutchmen. I've seen them go through players. I've seen them have different bass players coming in, guitars, drummers, and stuff like that. But the current iteration, where they are right now, is the shit. It's just you guys, I believe you're so fine tuned into who you are now that we can expect really great things in this next year.
I can only imagine.
Heck, maybe we can come into one of these times and play live one of these times for you.
Hell yeah.
Love to do a live show for you.
We saw our buddy Heathen on Tim Robinson. He's another one that's been standing out.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
love that dude.
Tim's a good dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Favorite acts at Immortalized, for real. Adam, go ahead. You guys,
nope.
You want to talk about Tim?
Okay. Man,
I will talk about Tim.
Go ahead.
I literally, as a man and as a person, I'm not ashamed to say I love that man. He's a soul. He's a real, true soul. He gets out there every time, and his music is not just, let's see if we can make an audience happy. Let's see, can we fill an hour? No, his music is, he gets up there and he sings and he plays his truth of his life, of who he is. He bears himself to a bunch of strangers for their consumption and judgment. And the music that he puts out there is just, I don't know, man. It comes from, if you've had troubles in your life and you've come from a place of strife and you've achieved better things, you can understand the struggle, I guess, in his music. I don't want to be too winded about this, but I just think that he is one of our local artists that really needs a lot of attention as far as notoriety, because what he lays down is amazing. I have not had an artist on our stage that gives me the hairs on the arms like he then does. So
absolutely. We did the interview, and all my interviews, I'm even keel, all the way through, because it's stressful on this end. Sure. I can imagine it's a different kind of stress on your end, but it's still there. But we get in here and we go like this. When we got done and he left, I was up here, and it was just
euphoric.
Yeah. He was a beautiful person.
Yeah, if you got an opportunity to spend just like 5 to 10 minutes with Tim, his opinion of me, he thinks I'm like snarky and sarcastic and grumpy. But to his credit, he usually catches me before I've had like my afternoon snoogans, and I'm kind of over the day already.
He called them snoogans.
$25, little man. Put that shit
in my hand. Yeah, that's right.
If your money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh.
All right, okay.
But yeah, Tim usually kind of catches me when I'm like over the day already. Mike, I'm just like, all right, what now? And and he's always got a smile, always has like something encouraging to say, and the circumstances on him even doing Heathen's kind of fun too, because he couldn't keep a band together. He's like, well, why do I need a band? I could do it all by myself. And he's been our soldier for opening when nobody else wants to open.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some of your lists, and I'm like, wow, who threw the darts at the map, because it's all over the place. Not that it's a bad thing; it's a good thing to mix, because everybody needs to know that everybody's there. And personally, because the Valley is as big as it is, and the music scene is as big and divided and diverse as it is, there's people that don't know that people are out there.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look top down at like how our scene is here in the Valley, I mean, there really aren't a ton of promoters. It's like the same like few parties that do a majority of like the live music. I mean, some are a little more fortunate to have the ear of larger bands than others, but the common thread I've noticed is that you got to sell tickets, and being a younger band without a whole lot of clout or connection, there's only so many times you're going to be able to get mom, dad, and grandpa and your auntie and uncle to come see you. So therein is well, you need people like Adam, you need people like Penny and like and Byron that are willing to give bands that aren't real huge a shot, or
A chance to build.
Or to woodshed your act, and not have to stress about having to sell them damn tickets. Or, I mean, because he does a good job of promoting the shows. Sometimes we do end up having a clash with one of our brothers and sister promoters.
It happens all the time.
That's local music.
It's local music, but we take it in stride, and we hope other people do with us too. If we got the hotter band, and one other place is like listening to the Crickets playing a little bit of a symphony, we hope they're not cussing our name lower than a dog. Everybody got their time in the sun, but we like to be able to give those bands a little bit of that shot.
Absolutely.
Well, it all goes back to community.
Yeah,
we talk about this a lot, especially during our Immortalized shows. We use the word community a lot. We talk about the metal community. We talk about the music community.
Yep.
And what this really actually means community means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What it means I can collectively say for us is that means is that everybody's working together toward a common goal.
Right.
And that common goal is to elevate these local bands, to get people to come to hear and realize that there is great music happening in your local taverns, in the bar down the street. Don't. I don't know how to say it. Just because they're not on Ticketron or these Ticketmaster or selling out these huge shows, that they don't deserve your time and your support. Doing this with Immortalized and doing what we do here in this local scene, as we like to say, I hate the word scene. I really do. I think it
just community.
It's an old-timey term.
Community is a better word, because scene means like, oh, we're all part of this thing. We're this little clique. We're not a clique. We're not elitists. We're just here to promote and make people aware that there's really amazing music here in the Valley.
Yeah.
I seriously think that Phoenix is one of the low-key best music cities I've engaged in. And I've been in a few different places. I've been doing this shit for 30 years now. And I really do wish that I had been doing it the whole time here. Because there's just so much out there. And we have great bands. We have Dutchmen. We have Heathen. We have Torso, Addicted,
Two in the chest.
Two in the chest.
Empire Desire.
Empire
Desire.
Have these
Vital.
amazing bands.
Yeah.
So I like to think of it more as community, meaning that we are all here putting into a pool together so that we can all excel at the same time. So having different promotion companies, that's a great thing. It really is. It's good to have a market. But I also believe that we should all be together working towards that greater goal promotion companies working together,
Right.
building off each other, promoting each other's shows.
And bands shouldn't be scared to promote themselves either.
No,
promote
no,
them.
please, bands
Promote
do
each other.
promote
Promote each
themselves.
other.
God,
promote themselves.
Please.
Get your word out. You know,
Say where you're gonna
the
be
show
at
you're
next.
playing. Get that out.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's to your classmates, your family, the people your friends, anybody.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
there was one band that I interviewed, and when I saw what they did when I finished the flyer and sent it to them, every single band member took that and sent it out everywhere, multiple times. And
that's what we want.
the head guy in the band has been called some names, not necessarily bad, but not really good either. But because that's what he mandates, you're going to promote the band because you're not going to get anybody if you don't.
Right.
You know, and I think everybody should do that. Promote the hell out of your show. Promote the hell out of your band. Whether
makes
it's
sense.
You're gonna end up with an empty room with,
Right.
or at least an empty room when you're playing. You know,
right.
As promoters, we promote the show. That's our job. Our job is to promote the show and to bring as much notoriety to that event as we possibly can. But you as the band, and this goes out to all of you out there, and I'm really serious about this. As a band, it is on you to promote that show, because that promotes you to your friends and family and everybody who's going to follow you, that you're going to be at this show. And if you want to be, just like, oh, hey, it's about me, it's about my show, that's cool. But there are other bands on that show that need promotion as well, and you might be their only venue.
we're all in this together, man.
Right.
Yeah, this, like I said, and this all goes back to that word community, of working together to make this the best music scene. I keep wanting to say metal. To make this the best music scene in the country. Not just in AZ,
Right.
in the country.
Absolutely, and it has the potential, but I see so much. There's a show, and it's got a headliner, an out-of-state headliner, and the band's promoting that show with that headliner and them. I'm like, well, I know you're not the only two bands playing, so who else is playing? If they're all local bands, promote them. Because you're going to get their fans to the show as well, and you might pick up a few more.
Yeah.
And Tim, when he was here, he said he thanked me the next time I saw him because he said his followers jumped up just after being here, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad. I'm glad it's working. So, but again, you have to promote it, and you got to put it out there, and it's a lot of work. I promote to promote because whether I like you or not, if you share a show, more than likely I'm going to share it. If I don't, it's because I missed it, and my apologies in advance because I'm only one person. But it's just to help. Whether I like what you do or not, that's not why I'm here. That's not my job. That's the people that are up here that sign that have contracts and shit.
Tell bands what they're going to sound like now.
Yeah. So me, I just I promote them. I go check them out, and it's I don't know. It's so much that gets missed, and the whole community thing needs to be stressed everywhere. And I don't know. It's just it seems to be a little on the selfish side from time to time.
Yeah, there's a little bit of me first that happens in music a little bit. I mean, people maybe have a little bit of an inflated thought of the worth of their own stock.
Sense
maybe
of self, yeah.
Like
Too much ego.
Yeah, well, I was phrasing it a little bit more politely, but no. I mean, hey, let's just call it out. I mean, ego. Yeah, people they got a little bit of that, and I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a big rock star, and most people we're sharing stages with, we might be in spirit, but I mean, in actuality, we probably work at like the local Circle K or a restaurant or as a construction worker or as a mechanic or something. And this is like us getting to be a little bit of a weekend warrior. So to like have any other auspice is a little criminal. However, when you got your time in the sun, enjoy it. You know, that's your 45 minutes to hour and a half on stage. That's your time to take those flowers and to sniff them and enjoy them, you know, and to have those accolades. But, you know, also at the end of the day, you get off that stage, you're loading your stuff and back in your vehicle, you're back to your normal life. What you can do is, you know, help out and, you know, promote the show in its entirety and not really be overinflated with the thoughts of like, well, hey, this is my show. No, it's our job to promote the whole show, not any one individual. So, I mean, if you kind of have that in perspective when you're playing music locally, well, you're there to promote the whole show, not just you happen to be on it.
Right.
You know?
And by promoting the whole show, we are promoting each individual band.
Yeah, indeed.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we literally are doing our jobs. And our job is to make people notice that, hey, this is happening. These guys are playing. Come and check them out. And hopefully by doing so, you'll find your new favorite. I don't care if it's just a song you like. If you hear 6 bands and you go away with one favorite new song or one band that really struck you, and you want to go and you want to pursue them and find out who they are and what their music is about, to me, that's a success. That is promoting local music. That's we've done our job. I guess. I don't know.
You walk away with like a better opinion of what's coming out. And I mean, circling back to something that he said a moment ago, that like Phoenix, we got a really lively music scene here just in general. I mean,
it's huge.
You got every kind of music represented here in any night of the week, whatever you want to get in on. I mean, you go down to Tailgaters and Tom and Amber are playing down there. They're great if you're into that music. Carvin Jones is just tearing it up no matter where he goes. You know, there's another fella who's like a cornerstone of Phoenix music, and then you got like bands like Sectus and Empire Desire that probably will never give up the ghost. They'll just keep turning out great new albums, although a little bit more slower over the years.
Well,
that's to be expected, though.
I don't know. They seem to be getting more badass as they keep going.
Oh, all right. Well, Sectus, yeah.
Even Empire too.
Well,
I'd like to see Ken do more.
She has got the voice. She can go.
I mean, obviously, like our older statesmen, as it were, you know. But I mean, just to show that, you know, if you do it right and you're cool and you're neighborly with everybody, you can have longevity around here. I mean, I can remember hearing about Sectus back in like 2013, and they'd already been around for like 20 years at that point. You know, crazy, right?
Wow.
I think that's kind of part of also the positive thing of having your own little microcosm of a music community, is that you, like I said, you exist in your own little micro universe. Not a whole lot of the rest of the country knows how badass Phoenix is, and so we get to play around in our own private playground. Yeah. And I say hours and stuff, but I've been here like 4 years now, and to, like you were saying earlier, I wish I had been here the whole time throughout my metal career. I would have been kicking ass. This place is so fucking cool with music that, again, there's blues, there's rock, there's punk, there's everything you can think of. And
you name it, even in subgenres, it's all here. You know, and like when I was in the military and I was in Washington, Pioneer Square, you pay one cover, you can get in every single bar, and there's every single genre known to man playing at one of those places because there's so many of them. And you can get your fill, whatever it is. I need some punk, so I go over here. Okay, I get my fill of punk, and now I need this, so I go over here, or whatever your night desires. It's all in Pioneer Square, and God, I wish we had something similar, because we are so spread out that it is absolutely insane. And I saw a particular spot. Everybody knows where the spot is. I'm not going to say anything. If I won a stupid lottery,
Oh, yeah.
Especially,
it would be nothing but small venues with a large outside venue for big stuff. So,
if you're after that kind of an evening, that I want a little punk, I want a little R&B, maybe I want a little blues, I want a little bit of metal. Oh, I like some metal. I want a little bit of that too. If you go to an Immortalized show,
you'll get it.
You're gonna get it.
You'll get it.
It's probably our Friday night lineup.
Yeah. You say, "Oh, that's amazing." That's Tuesday, but no, we don't do Tuesdays. But you know what I mean.
If we did, it would definitely smack of that.
Yeah, the whole weekend was just up and down, nothing but just from different genres: punk, rock, metal, blues. black metal, and then hip hop, dude.
Hip-hop.
We don't do much hip hop, but that guy fucking really brought it.
He did.
Him
He
and
really
him,
did.
and his DJ dude. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Cool.
Gotta give it up, 20-foot neon Jesus.
yep.
They did. They brought it, and they entertained.
Nice. I'm not a big hip hop guy either, so
Just in smidgens, you know, just smidgens.
But still, it's a genre. It is music. People
It is.
enjoy it, and just because
They were fun.
particularly go
Yeah.
after that thing does not mean there's something that people can't enjoy.
right,
And
absolutely.
I'm not gonna knock it. So
Oh no, it's just not my thing. That's all. It is. You know, I'm not gonna not like somebody
Right.
because
it's something for
they
somebody.
rap.
Well,
you
it's
know.
something for somebody.
Yeah, and it's just. It's just kind of weird because I guess I get looked at kind of funny because I'm in so many different genres myself. But I also have to, when I'm doing what I do, I also have to feed my demon for what I'm in the mood for, and
Right,
sometimes it's not there or not over there.
Yeah.
You know, so for you, and that's, you guys bring a whole lot to the tables when you put your shows together. It shows.
one
But
does one's best.
where's your favorite place to play?
I mean, the Blues and Rips Bar.
Rips.
Rips.
And blues.
Yeah, the Blues is our prime spot of booking and playing.
Home.
And Lost Dutchmen, I've lost count of how many times I've booked us there now.
Yeah, we do
But-
try to
Hey,
play other places.
You got an in there.
But, I mean, like, hey, we always got a
It's
home.
home. It's home. Yeah.
Right. No,
really is
absolutely.
the place. I mean, Adam, what would you say when we started? You started when you started booking at the Blues to where it is now. You think that we've had an impact?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've had a few different netbacks. Like, you know, when I started booking there back in like 2015, 16, I think, and it was for a buddy's, my old lead singer's. He had a heart attack. She murdered me, Joe, and I that one I think I had Empire Desire on that one and a few other bands, but I think ever since then, and then the comeback from after COVID, you know, I think this run has been the biggest impact, I think.
But also, like, you know, Jen absolutely adores you.
Yeah. Jen
Oh, yeah.
Jen,
Shout out to
Jen,
Jen.
yeah, Jen of the Blues,
Yeah.
giving us a home and letting us do, you know, bring what we have. You know, it's a real blessing, you know. And, you know, being able to bring in the vendors too, you know, Frankenballs, thank you.
Frankenballs, bar.
Frankenballs and Viola's Kitchen Tacos.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
you got to have friends in those places too. You know,
Absolutely.
especially when we started kind of doing the all ages thing. You know, as long as there's a parent or guardian with them, you know.
Yeah, like why more establishments don't do all ages show? I mean, yeah, I get you're gonna need a babysitter of some kind, right?
Right.
But I mean, kids got money. I mean, now whether they got $20 to get in and, like, you know, that's all the money they got for the whole night. And by the way, our shows don't cost no $20 damn.
It's always just 10.
Usually it's $10, but we try to give them as much bang for that $20 as or $10 as possible. I just got done saying no. But we want that night to be like full of fun, and we'll lose them to a Burger King, which is always a disappointment. Y'all don't ever go to fucking Burger King, man.
At least not the one by the Blues, man.
Yeah,
that one's
that-
a nightmare.
That place is disappointing.
Right?
It's
We got way better food coming from our vendors. Natural, good food.
yeah.
That
Just
won't make you shit yourself.
just sit tight, wait.
At least in a good way.
Wait till
you know?
8:30. We usually got a food vendor that'll roll in and make sure the kids end up like staying there, because at the end of the night, all they're going to be doing is just drinking sodas and water at the bar.
Right.
The bar's not making a ton of money off of them, and we'll lose them to a fast food joint. But we're in that food vendor there. You got a built-in booze mop for the regulars and for the people who are over age. You know, then we're not losing them to a sit-down restaurant prematurely. And the kids, well, I mean, they're going to go back out there and keep getting more and more and more and more, you know.
Right. Absolutely. Where do you like to play?
Me? My favoriteest place to play in all of Maricopa County at this moment in time, probably the Rhythm Room.
Okay.
Yeah, Rhythm Room was pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah, nice place.
We played there on a Monday with.
With Tad.
Yeah.
Did you have the Rhythm Room Mafia there?
What, like
the table with all the older ladies?
No. This was just.
I mean, it would have been a little more of a crowd than we'd had on Metal Monday, but it wasn't bad. I mean,
I went for a show when there was this table, and they were age-wise, it kind of seemed out of the element for the evening.
Yeah.
But they were all sitting at one table, and so one of the guys that works there came walking by, and I said, "Is that by chance the Rhythm Room Mafia, which is just your locals?"
Yeah.
You know, the Blues has the Blues Mafia. You know,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
We know all of them.
Oh yeah.
I call them Oscar's Row
Okay.
because they're all very grouchy.
Well, you got the grouchy ones and the ones that actually appreciate the music that we bring.
They are
Right.
Oscar's
Absolutely.
Row. Yes. But mostly it's Oscar's Row.
Yeah.
So, Don, do you even play?
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah, oh shit, here we go, boy. Yeah, I do. I'm play a bit of bass guitar, vocals, what else? Flute, a little bit of harmonica. Just if whatever I think I feel like doing, I guess at the time I'll try to teach myself.
All right. Awesome.
But is this the time? I should say. Well, I do have our little project going, and
Okay.
and we're going to be probably like within a few months, maybe, hopefully, starting to talk about ourselves and let people know what's going on.
Okay.
It's a little project I have with a buddy of mine going on, and an amazing drummer, and she is she's a local drummer. People know about her and stuff. And this is when we launch. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So, but I'm not going to say too much because I like the mystery.
Okay. I don't pry too hard because you got.
I also do MC for Immortalized Productions. I am Don, and I hope you're having a great evening here with us tonight.
You got to come up with your own catch line.
Hey,
be as big as the buffers. So, if you could play anywhere in the world, let's say the Yeti won the stupid lottery, and I'm going to put 4 bands together, and we're going to go have fun for a while.
Cobo Hall. The Royal Albert, man. I don't remember where that
That's
is.
London.
Yeah, it's London.
Yeah.
I think that would be a pretty cool spot.
Yeah.
They're in Vegas.
Vegas.
That figured out how many holes it takes to fill Albert Hall.
Yeah.
It's in a song.
No, I watched a video of Devin Townsend band, and man, that place looked fucking.
Oh yeah. That entire they did 2 different days.
Mm-hmm.
Did more that one day was more of the heavier stuff, and then the other day
and
was
then
more
there was
of like
all
the
the
Ocean Machine stuff.
progressive
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Man,
Nice.
that the way the place sounded and the way Devin Townsend sounded in that place was just.
Yeah,
I was out. I had no words to say.
Just
listen. Just
Heal
sit
me,
and
oh neurodivergent bald Jesus. I need some of that.
Oh.
It scratches the tism just right.
I think Red Rocks Amphitheater. Come in as a vocalist. I would love to wail in that place. To just unaided, no microphones or nothing. Just be able to just go because I've been there the one time and they had some electronic microphones and stuff going on, speakers and stuff, and they kind of ruined it. But I think if I was ever to play in one single place, I would love to play the Red Rocks, just because of the acoustics, natural acoustics.
Right. Absolutely.
Toss up between Hammersmith Odeon or Odeon. I don't know how you pronounce that. Or
I think it depends on where you're from.
I guess so. Yeah. Or
Walking.
Oh, rockin', whackin',
Vakken.
Walking.
Vakken.
Vakken.
No.
Rock and rock.
Although that would be a really rad show to play, but I would say if I've got to pick some place that like I want to play it, but I'm probably not allowed to, Pompeii. Just like Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Nice.
Why don't we play Antarctica like Metallica?
No, dude, play to the Ghosts of Pompeii, man. Nothing more majestic than that,
Right.
dude.
Right.
Well, after that.
Especially as Lost Dutchmen. Oh.
Or the
hailing from the Superstition Mountains.
the cemetery from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Dude.
Oh.
That would be
Sad
an awesome.
Hill?
Yeah, that would be
Sad
an
Hill
awesome place
Cemetery?
to play a show.
Or we take all of the evidence from the disappearances and deaths in the Superstition Mountain Range, fucking centered around the Lost Dutchman mine. All, you know, the deaths, mysteries, disappearances stuff.
Yeah.
We find a place there with great acoustics, of course, and we play there. You want to play for some spirits? Play the Lost Dutchman at the Lost Dutchman mine.
Yeah, but you have to find the mine first. It's
I don't want to do the hiking.
But
and
maybe,
shit.
maybe,
Right?
maybe the
I'm too lazy for the hiking.
Just outside on the street near the room.
of it all.
no, I'm like, let's take an expensive trip to Spain and go record a live show out in the middle of a fake cemetery.
No, let's go to Prague, man. They have that bone church. Remember? They have that church all bone.
Let's go kick the ass out of Coachella.
Oh shit, we could do that.
We'll headline that shit.
Burning Man, we're about
Burning Man?
people.
Hey, Burning Man.
Hey.
Yeah. Why just I mean, why be sexist?
Why not?
Why is it just
Oh, maybe not for you, bud. But
why not be all inclusive?
We'll just build like a giant cardboard church at the next Burning Man and we'll burn it. How about that?
You know,
While you're singing in front of it.
Okay, this is getting on.
It's getting dark.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say the gathering of the Juggalos, but I don't think you.
Oh, no,
That'd be kind of scary.
No.
Getting
No.
sprayed by Fago. Even though I love to drink it.
I find it very delicious. I like it to go inside my tummy and not on my clothes.
Yes.
But they allow
Absolutely.
metal there. Didn't Megadeth just play there like a couple years
I
ago?
think the whole society built around Gatorade. Or was that something else?
How
Oh
about,
no, that was Idiocracy. Very similar.
how about let's not and say we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
I think we were invited out to Texas.
Yeah.
And we've been invited to Washington too.
Yeah.
State. Not like the weird
DC.
people.
Well, I would go to either, but I will say that I would probably find Maryland to be like less actually shitty than Washington State.
Yeah, because
I mean that like with the lack of fecal matter, less shitty.
I'm just wondering, like, if with the name of the band, they're just not expecting us to come up there and dig a bunch of holes for them.
Well, we're the Lost Dutchmen. We're not the Found Dutchmen. So, I mean, one would have to say that there has to be some kind of a shovel incorporated with us.
I can't wait to F off
We're the
track,
Undertakers, not the
but
Gravediggers.
Word. There's a difference.
There is, very much. Anyways, we need to kind of let's right.
Yep.
Music, local music, very good. But there is one thing that, in as far as Immortalized, before this gets way off track, let's go to the future. What do we have going on coming up in this year?
The first show for Immortalized is the 11th. It's on a Thursday. We do every second Thursday of every month. We do a Metalheads MC bike night for them.
Okay.
At the Blues Bar, and this time, actually, let me pull that up real quick. And this one's is young bands on this one.
Yes.
So we got let me see. Yeah, January 11th, Thursday. We got Suppressor. They're a hardcore metal band. Demonic, Cowface. Cowface is like a doom gaze kind of style. Gold House. They just came out to on Sunday and they were moshing throughout the night.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I got a hold of them. And then another brand new band, From Blood, Black Nothingness.
Yes.
So it's a $10 cover. Ride your motorcycle out to the show, save $5 from the door. Veterans are always half off unless it's on a holiday. They're always free. Doors are at 6:30. Music is at 7. 21 plus bar. All ages under 21 must be accompanied by parent or guardian. And we will have Viola's Kitchen tacos.
Woo,
And then,
those are good.
And then one
They
more.
are the bomb. They are really, dude, seriously badass tacos.
Delicious, man. He started doing barbacoa and al pastor. The shit. And then after that, working on a birthday show for John Rollin.
Okay.
Photographer,
John
local
Rollin,
photographer. Yeah. He's been kicking ass, going to the big shows and a lot of the local shows.
I run into him all the time, literally.
Yeah.
Good dude.
John takes
really
it.
good shots.
He takes everybody's profile pictures.
Right.
He's been taking my profile pictures for like 5 years now.
Right.
Just need a new one. Hey, display show. John's there. Hey, hi-oh.
And then,
Yeah, he's great. We bump into each other literally all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry, am I in your way? He goes, no. I just wanted to run into you. Oh, okay.
Here's your mail, sir.
But so far we have Addicted and a new band called The Rubes on that one. Waiting for a few more. And then March 2nd is the furthest out show we've got covered. It's the Death and Rebirth tour of Cultist and Reminiscence. I think they're both from California.
Okay.
A little tour coming through, and then we have Dog Yard, locals Dog Yard, Crow Eater, 928, Slam Crew, and Lethal Mutilation. And Lethal Mutilation's out of Maricopa.
Okay.
So is Dog Yard.
And Dog Yard, yes, they're both out of Maricopa.
Okay. So the
And
city.
so far,
Maricopa.
that's about it. And I'm just behind the scenes working. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still got a show I need to put on for new music. I'm falling behind again. Last time I had to do a 5.5 hour show because I had so many songs. I can't do that again. That was a really long night. But
and then we do have the next Halloween. It's going to be the Immortal Ball.
The Immortal Ball.
And I'll let Don talk more about this one.
Okay, yeah. After the success of this year's Halloween show, we immediately, at least, went into planning for next year, and we have some pretty big things. We had some things that were promised for last year that didn't work out because of personal reasons and bands that had booked with us, and they had to not do that. But we're not going to hold that against them, and we love them. And they have promised to come back and do this next show with us, and we're pushing for something a lot bigger this time. We're pushing for as you see my shirt here, October Noir.
right out of Florida.
They were supposed to play with us, but unfortunately they could not the last time. But I have heard from Tom, and he's promised that they will be with us this next time for this show, and it's going to be something a little bit different, a little bit special. We're kind of going for more of the masquerade or the actual vampire ball type.
Vampire Masquerade Ball.
Right.
Okay.
So what I can say is that we have some pretty cool stuff lined up for that. I don't want to go into too much and give away a lot of stuff, but it's going to be really cool. I can tell you that. Boy, I really don't want to give everything away, but
There's not too much to give away just yet. So
not yet.
I mean,
we do have some
them.
acts booked. We do have some acts booked. Some local guys are on this. We have some guys that are coming from out of state, and like I said, October Noir, they're coming from Florida to do this. They do have some great music out there. If you haven't heard of them, please check them out, dude. Especially their newest one out, Letters of Existence, is an amazing. I mean, if you like gothic doom, like that typo negative, seriously, this if you look at this shirt, it is literally the typo flag being carried by their mascot, because that's what they're doing. They're not trying to be them. They're just trying to carry on what they started. And we hope to bring that to the Valley and hopefully inspire some typo fans here to know that it's not the end. After Peter died, it's not the end.
Right.
There's more, and it's good. And we're going to bring it to you. So I guess that's it. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely.
I get excited.
Absolutely.
All these guys.
But that's pretty much as far as what we got going on for the future. And you just got to keep an eye on the Immortalized Instagram, Facebook. Always updating constantly.
Yes, you are all the time. I
We
can
get
vouch- I can
bands
vouch for it.
dropping, and you get new ones coming in. You know, like it happens. But it's going to be a hell of a year. 2024, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
So if you could collaborate with anybody, I know it's hard to pick just
That's a
one.
very good question.
It's hard to pick just one.
I've got a.
Amon Amarth would be a man. If we could book Rammstein, Amon Amarth, man, fuck.
That would be
Guar,
War.
dude, that would be the ultimate fucking show right there.
Fake.
I would love to
Merciful
Imagine.
Fate, King Diamond,
Imagine.
bro. We got to see
These
King
guys.
Diamond a few years ago.
Yes, yeah. That was
And
actually one of our first bro dates.
yep.
I would love to collaborate with Slomatics. I mean, those dudes been like low-key friends of mine for a few years. And I mean, like, really the only thing that separates us from like doing things or hanging out is the fact that they're like in Ireland and I'm in Arizona. You know, I mean, they're affable guys. They make great music. They're pros. They've been at it for like 20, 25 years. Everything they do is skull crushing. They're consummate gentlemen, and everything they touch like instantly has like an element of doom that like wasn't there before. I'm not saying they're like Motorhead in the respect that if they move into the house next door, your lawn will die. But you might drink more Guinness and have an appreciation for songs that are like tuned to the same frequency as the brown note. I would love to collaborate with those dudes. No lie, like Chris Cousins, like one of the guitarists. Like I talk to that guy all the time, and like he just loves music. You want to be around people who just love music, because you know no matter what you do, even if it's like playing Skip to Maloo, you're gonna have a fun time playing Skip to Maloo with that person.
I would have to say personally. I would have to say that personally, the person that I would, or the band, I guess, members that I would love to collaborate with would be My Dying Bride. Aaron Stainthorpe, he vocals, does a lot of the writing. His vocals, the way he delivers, his intonation. I mean, everything about his delivery is doom, is gloom, is everything that we look for when we go to find that sad place that might teach us something about ourselves or scare us about something about ourselves. Aaron writes that. And as far as, I mean, it's all around. They have, the drums, the bass. Lena Abbey is an amazing fucking bass player, dude. She is one of my, as learning to play bass, I really do look up to her as somebody. But the way that they write, the way that they play, it speaks to that, I don't know, that broken guy that was just looking for some kind of music to help heal himself. My Dying Bride is that one for me. I would love to collaborate with them. To sit down and write with Aaron would be a dream come true. So there's that.
Absolutely.
Also Hector from Addicted.
Absolutely, Hector.
Fuck yeah. Hector's the shit.
Hector's a good dude, man.
Fuck yeah.
I think that might
Absolutely.
be more attainable than My Dying Bride, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to shoot for the moon.
Bro.
Always.
You know what? Shoot for the moon, because if you miss, at least you hit the stars. Or is it
And you're going to hit it eventually.
Or catch 5 across eyes from Sergeant Stadenko. Shoot the moon!
Or be Captain Crack Sparrow and fuck with the table.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're not even.
That was the most detestable person we had ever, and
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
Yes.
Apparently.
he can fart in his own mouth. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Part his own salad and eat.
That's, yeah, food for thought.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Immortalized Productions and the Lost Dutchmen, right here in the Yeti Radio Studio. It's been an amazing evening. Thank you for.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And
Thank
happy
you for
birthday.
having us.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
happy birthday! Your birthday present from what I understand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the birthday promotion. What is it? Next August we're gonna do and the first immortalized, appreciation, type of show. Don't know what we're gonna call it. Don't know where it's gonna be at.
Yeah, can't do it at Copper State 'cause it's gone now.
No, Copper State. Yeah, it's like a it's a little restaurant now, like a smoothie place or a I don't know what it is. I drive by it every day and I think about it, man.
What the fuck's up, smoothie place?
Yeah, the place we used to book at, Arlie's. We went in there and started doing shows, but now it's an El Jefe taco shop.
Yeah.
All right.
And I've been wanting to go in there to see if the stage is still there.
Right.
Like, hey, it's not.
It's not. It's the order station now.
Oh man. Oh well.
Boy. Oh well.
Places die and places show up.
Places come, places go.
Absolutely.
But we got the Blues, we got Palo Verde Lounge, we got Coop's Bar and Grill, Rips, and
a couple of places I haven't been yet, but I'm trying. It's just
it's all the timing,
Yeah, every stars and planets have to align.
Well, it's also
Right.
close to get to too. I mean, there are some people who go to some of the Immortalized shows that they're like all the way out in like East Mesa.
Yeah.
Right.
That's hella far.
Yeah. We did one at Lucy's Sage and Sand.
Tucson they come from.
Oh
Right.
yeah, we got folks
That
coming
was
in
like
from Casa
2 years
Grande,
ago.
too.
Casa Grande.
Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of folks coming in from Casa Grande to our shows
Yeah.
too. So
That's a market
Cool.
we're gonna try to break into here pretty quick.
reaching
too.
out far,
Yeah.
trying to reach more folks.
Flagstaff,
and let them know
Prescott.
that- Basically, I guess is just let them know local music is alive. It is here.
Very,
it's
and
at your
everywhere.
local bars. It's your local bands.
Santa
It's-
Cruz.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves to listen to the big national, international acts, but when you go back in their timeline, they had to start at a local bar. They had to start with a local promoter, and that's us what we're trying to do. So please come out to the show, support your local acts.
And
Absolutely.
if you're a seasoned veteran, we want to book you too.
Yeah,
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
and we specialize in metal, but we are a music promotion company.
Here.
All right, closing out tonight, we're going to have Lost Dutchmen's Woe Is Me. And thanks to Immortalized Productions and Lost Dutchmen for being in the studio tonight. And
Thank you.
Thank you, Yeti.
absolutely my pleasure.
No, thank you for all you do.
I know a place you don't wanna. I know a place you don't wanna go. I know a place that nobody. I know a place that nobody knows. Woe is me, there's a place over yonder. Woe is me, the place where hell goes to ponder. Woe is me, a path where nothing will grow. Well, Satan is a piece and it'll singe your toes. I know a place you don't wanna. I know a place you don't wanna go. I know a place that nobody. I know a place that nobody knows. Woe is me, is a place over yonder. Woe is me, the place where hell goes to ponder. Woe is me, I feel nothing to grow. Woe is me, well, Satan is a piece and it'll singe your toes. Anything you
It's the Yeti Radio Studio, live with the Lost Dutchmen and Immortalized Productions. Thank them again for coming in and sitting down with us and letting us know what's going on and having a good time, and look to see what's going on for 2024, and had a amazing 2023. So stay tuned and pay attention to their social media, Facebook, Instagram, and they put their flyers up, and they promote the hell out of their shows. So stay tuned, follow them, and check them out. Other than that, it's the Yeti Radio, and I'm out of here.
You're rocking with the Yeti,
I think this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack.
the hairiest rocker on the planet.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Can you dig it?
The Yeti.
Can you dig it?
The Yeti.
Can you dig it?
The Yeti. The Yeti Radio. Powered by DavidLeeImaging.com. David Lee Imaging in the Titletown Music Archive. And the Live 365 app.